Welcome everybody to your Payback preview and predictions. Payback, I can't believe we're already at another pay-per-view, honestly. Pay-per-view, network show, whatever. Can't believe we're already at another one. SummerSlam was just last week. Last weekend, we saw SummerSlam. We saw Roman Reigns return and spear Braun Strowman and Bray Wyatt to oblivion. We saw Randy Orton lose to Drew McIntyre. All that plus so much more we saw last week. And now we have another pay-per-view. Payback. Honestly, this show looks a little bit better than SummerSlam's card. And we're going to dive into it right here today on this preview and predictions show. Before we do that, each and every single one of you knows what to do, and that is to become a subscriber today. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that bell for all notifications. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook. It is appreciated. Now, let's dive into Payback 2020. We have the Universal Championship on the line. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, defending the title against the newest Paul Heyman guy in Roman Reigns and the monster among men, Braun Strowman. No holds barred triple threat matchup. Really, every triple threat matchup, every fatal four-way matchup, every fatal five-way matchup is no holds barred, okay? They're just throwing no holds barred on it to make it sound better, okay, wrestling fans? Quite frankly, this is very intriguing. I kind of feel sad for Bray Wyatt in this instance because I think very soon, maybe not at Payback, but very soon, we will see Roman Reigns, the actual top dog, on SmackDown again, Universal Champion. Bray Wyatt's just keeping that title warm for them to make that decision to put the title on Roman Reigns. Will that happen tomorrow night? We shall see, wrestling fans, at Payback. Now, let's dive into the Women's Tag Team Championship matchup. Bayley and Sasha Banks taking on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Now, WWE does have this tendency to make the worst enemies the best of friends and things of that nature. And that's exactly what they're doing here. Okay? Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. Two competitors, two women on Monday Night Raw who absolutely hate each other, who have been fighting back and forth, wanting to get a shot at the Raw Women's Championship and things of that nature. What happens? All of a sudden, poof, they are friends because of Bayley and Sasha Banks and the tag team titles and things of that nature. What happens? We're getting tag team championship matchup at Payback. And you know what? I think this would be a good thing if Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax, and I can't believe I'm saying this, wrestling fans, but put the titles on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax. You heard me say it. Nia Jax have a title. Something must be wrong with Midnight. I can't believe I just said that, because I am not a Nia Jax fan. But you know what? Bayley and Sasha Banks holding every single title in the WWE on the women's division has got to go. Alright? Keep the Raw Women's Championship on Sasha Banks for a while, and keep the SmackDown Women's Championship on Bayley. Just keep it like that. Not the Tag Team Championship. Let that be the the start of the break between Sasha and Bayley. So we can have that rivalry. Wouldn't that be awesome? I mean, come on. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. Then we have Keith Lee taking on Randy Orton. This is a shocker to me that WWE made this matchup for Payback, honestly. I really thought that they would have Drew McIntyre face Randy Orton, and this is where, since how this didn't happen at SummerSlam, this is where Randy Orton would become WWE champion. They didn't do it. Instead, we're getting Keith Lee versus Randy Orton. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Randy Orton does not need to lose. He doesn't need to lose. And Keith Lee doesn't need to lose because this is Keith Lee's first pay-per-view on the main roster. So it doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So WWE probably should have stayed with Drew McIntyre in this situation. One reason why I think they might not have stuck with it is because maybe they're putting the title on Roman Reigns on Sunday at Payback. Never know. But who will win here? Probably Randy Orton. Quite frankly, I can see them just going ahead and just saying, Randy Orton wins, keep his momentum strong for Drew McIntyre because that rivalry is far from over. But y'all let me know what you're thinking about that in the comments below. United States Championship is on the line. Apollo Crews versus Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley's taking the United States Championship back to the MVP lounge at Payback. Trust me, it's happening. I'm glad MVP didn't do it. MVP needs to be a manager. He needs to stay a manager. But Bobby Lashley is becoming the United States Champion at Payback. You watch. Dominic and Rey Mysterio takes on Seth Rollins and Murphy. This has been one of the best rivalries on Monday Night Raw, and it has been for quite some time. Quite frankly, wrestling fans, it's about time Dominic and Rey Mysterio get a win under their belt in this rivalry. Seth Rollins and Murphy have been dominating and dominating and dominating and dominating and dominating all over everybody. The Monday Night Messiah has practically won this rivalry. You know, just destroyed everybody in his path. Dominic and Rey Mysterio needs to get that little father-son win at Payback. And they might very well do it, or WWE might go down the path that they've always done and had the Hills win. Did the same thing in 1991 Royal Rumble. They had Dusty and Dustin Rhodes lose to Million Dollar Man Ted DiBiase and Virgil. So, I mean, they might go down that same type road again, where the father-son tag team loses. Y'all let me know what you're thinking about it in the comments below. Matt Riddle versus King Corbin. Does anybody care about this matchup? I don't, and I'm sure you don't either. Matt Riddle beats King Corbin in this contest. One way or another, Matt Riddle goes over here. And Big E versus Sheamus, let's just be honest here. This is a singles contest to make Big E look better. Because Big E needs to have this good singles push right now. Since nobody is doing anything else in the New Day. And that is Payback. Quite frankly, overall, a much better show than SummerSlam. What will WWE do with it? We shall see tomorrow on Payback. Honestly, I hope that they make the fans look a little bit more realistic on the screens. And I know they kind of pipe in a little bit of like the noise and stuff. So please make that seem a little bit more realistic than what it has been so far. Tomorrow night. That's one thing that I am going to point out about this new look that you give during the actual wrestling events. You know, on Raw and SmackDown and NXT and stuff. Make it feel a little more realistic with the audience. Okay, like the whole Thunderdome or whatever you're calling it now. Like how you have all the people, you know, their screens, but the sound, make it a little bit more realistic. Okay, wrestling fans, this has been your Payback preview and predictions. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you all know what to do. And that is to give me a big thumbs up and to subscribe to the channel today. Go back and watch anything you missed. Raw and SmackDown reviews, backyard beatdowns galore, everything. All on the channel right now. And until I see you again tomorrow for the review of Payback, this is Webby, and I will catch all of you on the other side. Talk to you later.